Set in the early 2020s, where COVID-19 exists, Hirohiko Araki's The JoJo Lands is a disturbing commentary on modern society. Given the series began publication in 2023, it's safe to assume that ongoing social and political contexts of the time influenced the writing. Today, I'll be discussing how, though we're only around 32 chapters in, Araki poses some serious commentary on society through the symbolism of Howler's stand and JoJo's November rain. Howler's stand is humanoid, with its body patterned in cracked, stone-like textures. This appearance, where cracked stone is evident, suggests how rain has slowly worn rock down over time. This parallels JoJo's case, where his stand is effectively rain. Mist, stone, and rain all relate to nature forces that exist beyond human control. Howler's stand is primarily known for its mist generation in chapter 32 of the Jojo Lands. It remains unnamed and its true potential unknown, but what we do know from its ability is that Araki's attention appears to be direct commentary about nature and systems in a contemporary world. Mist often represents mystery, the unknown, and transition. It acts as a veil between worlds, obscuring vision and creating confusion. Whatever the stand's true ability might be doesn't change the fact that it directly parallels JoJo's stand. Both are forces of nature that will always exist, indifferent to human systems and hierarchies. Here's where Araki's critique is clear as he reveals how influences in our modern age have disturbing parallels to our protagonists and antagonists. Howler's family and heritage place him at what JoJo describes as the apex of mechanisms, but this actually contradicts these values. Unlike JoJo, Howler is actually trapped within a system, reflecting modern expectations that were often influenced by those who supposedly escaped the Matrix. He doesn't necessarily understand how it works because he inherits everything from his family, making him a stranger to being a true apex. Like real-life personas such as Andrew Tate, who believe they've escaped heteronormative and fixed-role society provides, JoJo believes he is in control. In chapter 32, JoJo is quite literally 2 steps ahead, while Howler is ultimately subdued by the inescapable forces of the military guard. Latro, Howler's grandfather, quite literally explains to him that the lightning of the new moon and the breath that spouts from the earth can bring back prosperity in the form of finding new lava rocks. It's almost as if this is a guide on how to escape the fixed role society places on people. Although Howler didn't fully understand the passages, his grandfather emphasized that it was his duty to follow them when the time came, proving he remains within the system like us, individuals in the real world. JoJo's entire philosophy centers on mechanisms, invisible forces that have power. He states that mechanisms of trust have power, and even though laws don't protect them, trust guarantees safety in their world. This reflects how modern society operates on invisible social contracts, hierarchies, and systems that we participate in without fully understanding. The wealthy and powerful, like Howler, are born into these mechanisms but mistake inheritance for mastery. Meanwhile, those like JoJo, who study and manipulate these systems from the outside, understand their true nature. November Rain represents something profound in this context. Unlike previous JoJo protagonists who wielded humanoid power stands that relied on physical strength, JoJo's stand is environmental, it's weather, something no one can punch or overpower through sheer force. Rain falls on everyone equally, it erodes even the strongest stone. It cannot be avoided, only endured or redirected. This stand ability reflects a demonstrating truth about natural forces and systems. They affect everyone, regardless of status. While Howler inherits wealth and position, he cannot inherit immunity from the rain. The rain that slowly wears down stone parallels how time and natural forces eventually erode all constructed hierarchies. JoJo, understanding this, doesn't try to escape mechanism. He works within them, manipulates them, stays 2 steps ahead. If JoJoLands' theme is about identity and breaking a so-called curse, and Steel Ball Run commented on personal development through revival, one could hypothesize how the JoJo Lands may be in fact a critical view on modern systems through the idea of mechanism. Araki seems to be suggesting that the fantasy of escaping the Matrix or reaching some imagined apex is itself a trap, another mechanism of control. The real power lies not in claiming to have escaped the system, but in understanding how systems work and learning to navigate them consciously. Those who inherit wealth and power without understanding the mechanisms behind them are ultimately more trapped than those who are consciously able to engage with these invisible forces. This becomes particularly relevant in our post-COVID world of 2022 to 2023, where social media influencers sell courses on financial freedom, cryptocurrency promises to break free from traditional finance, and hustle culture claims anyone can become a billionaire. Araki presents Howler as an embodiment of this lie, someone who thinks his inherited position makes him an apex predator, when he's actually just another person within a system he doesn't understand. Through the symbolism of natural forces, rain that erodes stone, mist that obscures truth, Araki suggests that modern society is built on illusions of control. We're told that we can escape, that we can reach the apex, that mechanisms can be beaten. But the truth is more complex. Mechanisms are invisible, powerful, and inescapable. The question isn't whether we participate in systems, but whether we understand them. This is very close to how people in real life talk about the grind, the algorithm, or even escaping the matrix. Influencers sell step-by-step paths to success as if they're laws of nature, while ignoring how much they themselves benefit from inherited advantages or opaque platforms. Jojo thinks he's simply aligning with how the world works, but that belief also makes him accept dangerous work, policing his own behavior so he can stay inside the mechanism. The irony the story hints at is that mechanisms are described as natural and almost mystical, yet there are also social rules popping up existing power structures. They feel inevitable, like gravity or rain, which makes them harder to question, mirroring how modern people talk about the economy or the market as if those things were weather instead of human decisions. As a result, the Jojo Lands thus far appears to be Araki's most direct critique of contemporary capitalism, social media culture, and the modern mythology of the self-made individual. Everyone claims to have the secret to success, and influencers sell dreams of escaping the 9 to 5. It all goes to assume that the ultimate ending of the story perhaps might not be Jojo facing a true antagonist, but having to fight or face the system itself to realize that becoming filthy rich might not solve all his issues, making it almost a subplot to the story. Instead, it goes to suggest that learning how systems work in a contemporary society is much more important, where Araki also conveys that money can't buy happiness. What do you think of my interpretation? Leave your comments down below and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!